At our very first City Council meeting this year, I proposed and City Council approved a process to conduct a forensic audit. As expected, the audit revealed a number of irregular spending practices in past years. I want to assure you that we are committed to recovering whatever wasted spending we can, and even more importantly, instituting best practices to ensure that those problems never occur again. Instrumental in this effort is our newly hired purchasing manager, Alicia Martin. A Pontiac resident, Alicia was formerly the purchasing manager at the Detroit Zoo, and she is a prime example of the amazing talent we have here in our great city. We inherited 3 particularly difficult problems that we are still working on. First, the Phoenix Center. Second, marijuana licensing. And third, retiree health care for city retirees. It was 10 years ago that litigation over the future of the Phoenix Center commenced between the city and the then owners of Ottawa Towers. After many years of costly litigation, the city entered into an onerous, unaffordable settlement. And 2 years ago, a convoluted real estate deal was entered into in an effort to improve things. The city, in that deal, bought Ottawa Towers, sold them to a new private owner at a loss of millions of dollars, and granted the new owners a 100-year lease to the parking decks of the Phoenix Center. All the while, the condition of the amphitheater on top of the Phoenix Center continued to deteriorate. And worst of all, the city is still paying off more than $5 million of debt it owes as a result of that convoluted deal. I am committed to reclaiming public space in our downtown, a role that the Phoenix Center once filled. Thanks to the hard work of U.S. Senator Gary Peters, the city is slated to receive $1 million from the federal government toward that purpose. In addition, we continue to await receipt of the insurance proceeds due to the severe wind damage suffered by the Phoenix Center last year. However, the needed improvements to the amphitheater in order to make it operational again would cost more than the amount the city is slated to receive from those 2 sources. Therefore, as we await receipt of those funds, we are actively exploring all available options in collaboration with the current owners of Ottawa Towers to reclaim public space in the heart of our city, to create sufficient city-controlled parking spaces downtown, and to minimize the city's financial exposure. The second major unresolved issue when I took office was the absence of health care for retired city employees. Now, I want to note, if you haven't noticed some positive changes in some of these areas yet, it's because we are still working to fill the literally dozens of open positions that this new budget created in a very tough labor market for employers. So if you are looking for a job, because we'd like to hire as many qualified Pontiac residents as possible, if you're looking for a job, please reach out to our Human Resources Director, Angela Benitez, or visit www.pontiac.mi.us and submit an application. Given the decades of neglect our community has suffered, we understand that it will take additional outside resources to fully turn things around. That's why we have established a new Department of Grants and Philanthropy to better position the city to compete nationally for, obtain and administer grants and donations from the federal, state, and county governments, and from private foundations. Moreover, establishing the department is an essential step in undoing another damaging decision made under emergency management, and that was outsourcing the administration of our Community Development Block Grant dollars, or CDBG funds, and our HUD Home Investment Partnership Program, or HOME funds, to the county. That resulted in Pontiac residents losing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more, in funding opportunities. But by establishing the grants department, we are building the organizational infrastructure to bring the administration of our CDBG dollars and home funds back in-house to ensure that Pontiac residents get their fair share. The newly established grants department has already obtained and is administering over $2 million in grants to fund a variety of important facilities and services, including those you can see on the screen behind me. The grants department will also be instrumental in administering the nearly $38 million in American Rescue Plan dollars that the city has received from the federal government. And I'm excited to announce that we will be seeking City Council approval in the coming weeks to begin utilizing those funds for priorities ranging from home improvement programs to small business assistance programs, from investments in our parks to public safety programs, from placemaking initiatives to storm sewer repairs, and from arts and culture programs to child care assistance. We need to invest in our residents and our local entrepreneurs, and we need to invest in them now. In addition, the city entered into an agreement with the Pontiac Community Foundation to establish the City of Pontiac Fund. This allows the city and the broader community to leverage funding from all available sources, and it has already been instrumental in funding this year's Arts Commission activities and events, including the wildly popular Lawn Chair Concert Series, which prioritized holding concerts in neighborhoods rather than downtown.